Hello, everybody. Welcome to Triple T Thursday. That usually stands for tips, tricks, or talktorials. And today we got a good talktorial for you. I am joined by my good friend over here, Dan from Creator Fundamentals. And so, Dan, do you want to give yourself a little bit of an intro and let the people know who don't know who you are, who you are?
Sure. Thanks for
I'm
having
just
me,
going to toss
Shelly.
you right in there and be like, boom.
My name, of course, is Dan Courier. I run a YouTube channel called Creator Fundamentals, which has historically been about teaching people how to grow a business and brand on YouTube. More recently, that has expanded into other revenue streams, including Amazon, which I think we're going to talk about today, Amazon influencer video. So I've been doing this for about 4 years. And just really interested in sharing the ways in which people can actually build revenue streams around their content to create their freedom.
Awesome. So if y'all who are watching as well think that that topic and that name is familiar, this is the same Dan that we were talking about, the creator and founder of People of Video, where I was a speaker a couple of weeks ago. He did an entire presentation as well as putting on the conference about Amazon Video, which is amazing. So I figured if we're going to talk about it, there's no better person than you to bring on to actually talk about it. So I'm really jazzed about this subject. I don't know if you know, but I've had a long history with Amazon where I tried to do a live streaming show. I did it with my friend Scott Peachy, where we would come on once a week and we would talk about, we were doing Amazon live and we were talking about, would you buy that? So just some random things, because both he and I are really awful at Amazon. So we were trying to find some sort of fun way to talk about Amazon products. And that did not go very well for us, but something that has gone very well for you is actually Amazon Video under the influencer page. So before we go too far down this road, we have two very important things we have to do. Number one, anyone who is out there in the audience, you know, there's a very important question that we always ask you. Dan, do you know what the question is?
Oh, what's in my cup?
That's right, everybody. I've had some guests where they're like, no, I don't know what the question is. And I'm like, well, obviously you don't watch the show. So I just want to make sure. Today, everybody, what is in your cup? Whatever it is, let's share it with the chat. And Dan, what's in your cup today?
At the moment, it is Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi. Awesome. That's a good one. So I am drinking today, it's the Pike Place Market, the Spice Market tea, which is the cinnamon orange clove tea that they do have. And it is absolutely delicious. It's my favorite. So if anyone who ever is into tea, and for all the people who say they're not into tea, this is the one to try. Audience out there, though, please let us know what's in your cup. Share it with us, because English breakfast tea. There's my girl Paragetta out there. All right, awesome. Ooh, okay. We've got hot cocoa over from Alex Wadsworth. I guess I should put some of these on screen, huh? Here we go.
That sounds good, right?
There we go. Let me see if it's gonna do it. Sometimes it does it. Sometimes it doesn't. Did it do it? Dude, yes.
I think so.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. See, look at me, almost looking like an expert. Not expert, competent. Almost competent. And hello to Alec Johnson out there as well. Johnny Bean, black tea. Oh, yes. Yes. Market Spice for the win. Okay, see, I've been talking about this tea for like years. It's also available on Amazon. I should make a video about that. Okay.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Now, one thing that we have to establish right away is that there is a difference between Amazon influencers and Amazon associates. So do you want to tell people a little bit about the difference?
Sure. Amazon Associates is what we often or frequently refer to as Amazon affiliates. It's their affiliate program where basically you either talk about a product or you display it in your videos, and then you take a link that leads people to that product on Amazon and throw it in the description of your video or mention it in your video. That is you sending traffic from your content over to Amazon. And if somebody buys through your link, you're going to get a commission. Now, the interesting thing with affiliate links is you're going to get, for a certain period of time, anything they buy after they've gone through your link, you're going to get a little piece of that. The difference between the associates and influencers, when Amazon influencer program first came out, they gave you like an influencer page. It was an opportunity for you to have your own little custom real estate over on Amazon that you could direct your followers over to highlight particular products, give descriptions and feedback on those products. And over time, they've kind of developed that into a number of different things where you have like wish lists or suggestion lists where it's a list of products. They now have shoppable photos where you can post maybe yourself and the product and a little description. And then more recently, they've been getting into the Amazon influencer video, which is where the real magic happens.
Ooh, I like how you said that. The real magic happens. Now, Dan is someone who is speaking from experience because I thought this was mind blowing for anyone who didn't come to People of Video. Dan actually put on screen a slide about his earnings from YouTube and his earnings from Amazon influencer video. And I don't need to spill the tea on that one if you're not wanting to share, but we can just say, oh, go ahead.
I'll share.
Go ahead.
I'll share. So I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but basically over 4 years, I think my YouTube channel made about $26,000 in ad revenue. So just strictly ad revenue. And in 7 months, and now we're closing in, it's been a little while, a couple weeks, maybe we're closing in 8 months. I just crossed 31,000 on Amazon. So when you think about those two, it's kind of obvious to see that, hey, maybe Amazon's worth taking a look at. And we can obviously talk more detail about all the other reasons it's a golden opportunity right now.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that and having transparency with it. Thank you for that because I feel like a lot of people sometimes are a little not sketch, but just not as forthcoming. And I always believe in like everything from pay transparency to sharing and those types of things. So I appreciate you. That was not required, but I appreciate you for sharing with that.
I'm real big on sharing the specifics. I know a lot of people, depending on your preferred genre of music, there's a song out there, we're so much cooler online, where people a lot of times like to present themselves in a little more, flashy way than maybe the reality is, or they're trying to fake it till they make it. For me, I have a full-time career outside of YouTube. Everything I do on YouTube is a bonus for me. And, being able to share that with people to know exactly what it looks like and, some of the struggles and successes, I think just helps people get a much better picture of what's possible out there.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. So I wish that someone had been as transparent. Sometimes, I mean, when I was working full time, in tech as well, and people were considering like, oh, how much you make on YouTube? I'm like, oh no, I make nothing on YouTube. It's all from anywhere else. And so anyone like looking from the outside and like, oh, you left that big time job. Oh, wow, YouTube must be paying a lot. I'm like, no, not at all. But that's the truth of it all. Okay, so one thing that I thought was really, really great, I have an entire, I still owe Roger Wakefield, by the way. I had taken a whole bunch of notes from all the different sessions at People of Video because you put on a great conference and I learned a lot from everybody. But yours were really, really great notes as well because you had a lot of insider tips to share with people about Amazon Video. One is that you don't necessarily just want to repurpose your YouTube videos and they're not going to necessarily do as well. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, like why that is?
So basically what I try to share in my course on this is basically the approach that we've taken, why we took it, and the results of it. So whether it remains to be seen what ultimately is the absolute best way to do Amazon influencer video, but so far we've been able to get revenue, north of $5,000 a month. So we're doing okay. But until Amazon comes out with some additional analytics that's really going to allow us to do some A/B testing and see the different ways to do product, we're basically going on what myself and my brother, who also does the Amazon influencer video, have experienced. And that is, in addition to what Amazon comes right out and tells you, is that first of all, they want each video to be about a single product. So if you're doing, the top 10 video, top 10 cameras on your YouTube channel and you want to repurpose that to Amazon, you can do that, but they recommend that you actually take that and break it down into 10 different videos and do a video on each individual product as as opposed to a top 10 list. And I think when you give some thought to the type of people that who are seeing your videos, you need to understand that on YouTube, you're trying to gain watch time. You're trying to keep people interested. You're trying to get them to watch a video as long as possible. YouTube sells ads. Amazon sells products. The big difference is a lot of times on YouTube, somebody does a search and they can choose your video from the list. The difference on Amazon is they look for a product and they've searched for the product. They've already landed on the product page. And that's really where the big money thing happens here that we didn't really touch on earlier. But when you get your Amazon influencer custom page, your videos will show up there, but it's when your videos get approved to show up on the product pages where the money actually happens. So once somebody has reached a product page, then they've already done their research. They've already decided that they're interested in a product. They have done the search. They have landed on the page, and now they're on the verge of making a purchase or not. So your videos are going to be tucked onto that product page right before the comments or the review section there. So when you think about that, they're on the verge of buying something. Your video is simply to give them that last minute information or answer any common questions. So, such that after they've gotten there, they watch your video and that video says, yes, I should buy this product, or maybe there's a different option. So it's kind of a completely different mindset. It's one of the things I love about Amazon versus YouTube, because in a lot of cases, I feel like professional time wasters are promoted on YouTube, whereas on Amazon, it is concise and to the point, right, and efficiency. And I love that. I'm all about efficiency. Inefficiency,
I love efficiency too.
It drives me crazy.
Okay, so first of all, I don't know if you saw this, but you were pre-warned. First of all, thank you so much to the WADs for your super chat. It says, fill your coffee cup on me. Transparency helps all creators. So thank you so much. You know what happens when we get a super chat. So let me give you 3 different songs to choose from, and then we will have to boogie. So your choices today are 56 Electronic, Working It, and In the Club. You get to choose between one of those 3. It was 56 Electronic, In the Club, and Working It.
I can't say that I know what any of those are.
I know. That's the beauty of it all. It's just a who knows what's going to happen type of thing.
The WAD says In the Club.
Well, they did pick it. Okay, so I'm going to do this. We're going to put on our super chat dance overlay, and then we're going to boogie. So here we go. Hold on.
Not much of a boogie.
There it is. Now you're hidden behind the bubbles.
Oh, yeah, that's hidden, right?
Yeah, no one can see you. Don't worry. I'm not going to go directly to you as a solo. They're all bad.
How long is it?
Oh, it's done. Don't worry. Okay. I know. I did warn him that it could happen. He's like, nah. But see, look how, oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time. So thank you so much for that. And thank you to the WADs for the super chat. Right? He was just like, I am boogieing. I am boogieing. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so
it's almost 9 o'clock here on the East Coast.
I know, right? Okay, so one thing that we have to chat about, right? Chantel just said, oh, I'm an Amazon influencer, and I didn't even know, so I double checked. So if you have like the storefront, if you have that ability to live stream, then you're not just an associate, you're also an influencer. So is there any kind of qualification for a difference between, is there anything on number of sales or anything on number of anything that you know of for people? Because I think I had gotten an influencer page, I mean, years and years ago, and I never really utilized it, but I don't know exactly how I qualified for it. I think it was just at the time, it was like, do you want one of these? Apply. So.
Yes. So the associates and the influencer are 2 completely different approval processes. And you have to apply for them separately. So they Unfortunately, Amazon doesn't tell us specifically what the criteria is. Unlike YouTube, they don't really tell you what they're looking for, other than you have to have an established following on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Those are the three platforms that they're looking at. And basically, what happens when you go to apply, you select one of those, you give them the information, they go out and take a look at your following, and through whatever algorithm or process they use to determine whether or not you're worthy of being an Amazon influencer.
We're not worthy.
I'd like to think it's somewhere in the range of what the YouTube Partner Program is, which is kind of like 1,000 subscribers and an active audience, but they don't specifically tell us. The good news is you can apply multiple times. So if you try now and you don't get approved, you can certainly work on building your audience and then go back and apply again. Or you can apply with one of the different social media platforms if you're not approved on one versus the other.
Awesome. Now, I think you mentioned something that I think is really important to talk about, that there are a few different ways that Amazon influencer video can show up. So when you're first doing Amazon influencer video, they have an entire page of kind of best practices. They're saying, don't mention price, don't say anything about like and subscribe, don't ask for comments, don't ask for necessarily interaction, don't put a whole bunch of text overlays on screen. So there's a whole kind of page of best practices. But one thing that's maybe not a lot of people know is when you said you get product placement inside or next to some of those videos versus just on your page and you get approved for that additional product placement. Usually you go through an approval process. It's 3 videos, right? And then it has these different statuses before they get approved. Can you talk a little bit about that process?
So yeah, when I first started, it was 10 videos. You had to upload 10 videos, and then they would review them, and you'd get approved.
I did it with 3, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Then they switched that to 3 videos, and they were a little bit vague. A lot of the videos that were getting approved by the automated system for the existing people were not getting approved by what presumably was a manual review by a human being. And so basically the biggest thing is they let you know that your video has to be descriptive and demonstrative, and they really want to like you said, there's certain things that they want to keep out of the videos. They want them to look professional, and they seem to want them to be clean and just you and the camera and the product and you talking about what you like or don't like. So in terms of what those initial 3 videos should look like, what we've kind of determined is, a product demonstration where you're either on camera or off camera and you're actually doing either a voiceover or describing the product. And it's basically just showing the product in the wild. They don't want you using stock footage. They want to, they want to see actual people with the actual products. So that's really important. And while a lot of us have had success with videos that don't have any speaking in them at all, in terms of uploading videos once you're approved, those videos have not been getting approved. So, rather than just have a demonstration where you're just kind of showing a product on screen, now they want you to include some type of narration or talk about your likes and dislikes and all of that to get those initial 3 videos approved. And that's going to move you from your videos showing up on your influencer page, which quite frankly pays nothing, to the additional product placement or the additional placement on Amazon, which among a number of different places, the prime location is the video carousel that's like halfway down the product page for that product that you've tagged. So once those videos are submitted, you're either going to get rejected or approved. They give you a little notice that tells you that you're now approved for additional placement. And like I said, that's when the magic happens. That's when it's pedal to the metal, and just make as many videos as you can to get that revenue up.
I was a little surprised when I heard at the conference some people talking about how their videos had been rejected and then they had to resubmit them, because when I had done mine, they were, I think I even sent them to you. I was like, this is my video. It's like a couple minutes long, and that's even on the longer, and now they're like 30 seconds long. And I was just like, I didn't have any problems getting them approved, but so I was surprised when they did. But then I was like, oh, I could see very easily if it's repurposed from YouTube, if there was any of the stuff that they told you not to do, it could probably very easily be declined. Now, one thing that I thought was really interesting about making the videos, one might think that when you talked about the video carousel, one really great example I thought you gave was like the air fryer or something, you know, that you had your wife pick out and then you made a video on it, but you didn't stop there. In fact, you made multiple videos about the same type of item. It was like every time you cook something, a new recipe, you made another video on it, right? Because in that video carousel, there's only about room for 10 videos as your swipe, so you want to have more chances to get back in there. So a best practice is to make multiple videos about the same type of product, and I wondered if you want to talk about that a little.
It definitely seems to be. In that case, it was a successful product to begin with the initial video. So it was a matter, like you mentioned already, the knowing that only 10 videos can appear at a time, and using the philosophy that, hey, if they are rotating these videos and giving everybody some time on there, I want to get in multiple rotations. So if I have 5 videos out there, I have a greater opportunity to do that, where I'm always going to be on screen, or I'm going to take up 5 slots in that carousel all the time. In that particular case for that product, which, is basically a 2-minute video that I did about a product that we did some research on and we bought just to make the video. It was a $300 product. We did a little test to see how long it took us to get our money back. And now that video is probably made like $1,600. So there's definitely a great opportunity to do that. And one of the things we noticed with that video is, in addition to that carousel, when you click on the, everybody's been on Amazon, you have your main collection of photos in the upper left-hand corner. And when you drill into those, sometimes at the very end of that, there's a little video icon. Well, what we were seeing is that when you clicked on the video icon, it would show the merchant video plus three or four of my videos. So that was another cool placement, and Amazon's constantly developing new ways to surface your videos. In fact, like if somebody does a search for air fryer or whatever the product is, your videos can come back in those searches as well. So a lot of opportunity. Amazon is definitely pushing that strong this year, and it's pretty new. I know there's some people that had access to it prior to this year, but this year seems to be when they are just, full court press. They're out there promoting it. In fact, I just got an email today inviting me to make videos as an Amazon influencer, even though I'm already doing it. So they're definitely, trying to recruit more people ahead of the holiday season. It's a great time to get involved.
I was just going to bring that up, and we have more to talk about. In fact, if you are usually on one of my lives, you would see I have can't see it, entire post-it of things and questions. Don't worry, we're going to get to it. But first, I don't know if you saw it, unfortunately for you. It said, "Dance Monkey, I want to see Dan dance." So, unfortunately for you, you got to give the people what they want. So, for you, you get to choose. And I don't know if you ever knew how this works, is I basically just take a whole bunch of songs, dump them into a folder, don't know what they are, so it's always a random fun game. All right, so how about you've got Run from the Fever, Arctic Chill, or Distinguished Record. So that's Run from the Fever, Arctic Chill, or I don't know, whatever the third one was. I don't know, because it's like all over the list, so.
Yes, that's the one.
That's the one? Okay. Distinguished Record.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Here we go, people.
I have no idea.
Oh, wait, no, that's like this Coldplay. I know that song. We're going to do this one. It'll get better, I promise. Ready? Oh, I see it. I see the head moving.
I mean, Shelly's got the moves to both of us.
No. They said they want to see Dan dance, not me. Do you need me to put you on?
No, you can.
Oh, he hates me so much.
Hey,
I know, but it's so much fun. Channel. Oh, thank you for being a good sport. Yeah. Thanks for being a good sport, man. Oh, so good. Oh, since when is nodding dancing? When is nodding dancing?
Had I known there was going to be dancing, I wouldn't have Diet Pepsi in this cup.
Paul Duncan says it's working its way through his body, just slowly. Slowly. All right. Okay, so the next one we have, when you said sometimes you're going to go see a video, but a lot of them are from the manufacturer and there are none from like Amazon influencers. This kind of brings up a question. Do you think there's any strategy for you want to go after popular ones that may already have a ton of videos, or do you think it's better to maybe pick some items that have no videos or only videos from the manufacturer so that there's a real one so yours is likely to come up in the carousel? Any thoughts on that?
So, interesting thing. Amazon is actually doing some testing right now where they are hiding our videos from us, as well as potentially from people who are Amazon Prime. So the idea, so prior to that, certainly there was an opportunity to go out and make, to go and say, hey, there's nothing but the merchant video. Let me make my own videos. But we don't really know where Amazon's going to go with this whole hiding our videos in certain situations. So in theory, yes, if you have a popular product that has good reviews, has good volume, meaning they're selling a lot of them, but there's no video out there, absolutely go after that product and try to own it. But because right now you can't trust what you're seeing, then you don't really know how many Amazon influencer videos are out there. Amazon's told us that this is just some testing that they're doing and everything's going to be back to normal in time for the holiday season. But they also told us that the holiday season is now because of shipping delays and things. So you really want to get out there making videos. So we're kind of, at a loss in that particular area. But one of the things some people have tried to do is look at products without being logged in as anybody to try to see those influencer videos. That way they can't see whether you're Amazon Prime or not. And hopefully those tests will go away and you'll have a better sense of exactly what they're showing to whom. But in the meantime, I would say, yeah, try to take a look and see if there's a lot of other videos or not. Me personally, I don't look. I don't want to know because I don't want... I don't, no, I think that because I know there's a lot of videos out there that are like 15-minute videos that somebody brought off of YouTube. And while people are having success with those for various reasons, some of which I think are simply because there's not a lot of content, they don't make sense to me in terms of what should be successful because you're dealing with conversions. So once Amazon comes out with those additional analytics and we can actually say, hey, does a 10-minute video convert better or worse than a 90-second video, then we're going to be able to do actual A/B testing and make a unboxing video versus a 5 things I like about this product and all the different variations, and do them side by side and see which video is getting pushed further and getting more conversions and generating more revenue.
So one question that a lot of people may have is, what can I even make videos about? And I would say for most of us, we either have bought things off Amazon or have things in our lives that are in our possession that can be bought on Amazon. So one thing I thought that you had talked about was being able to go into your own order history and order that and download it and use it as a CSV to kind of catalog and know like what have I bought. And the most important kind of column in there is the ASIN, which is what Amazon uses as a product identifier. So when you need to go and upload a video later and you need to tag a specific product, you can enter in an ASIN or you can enter in the title in which that product and ASIN shows up as. Do you want to tell people a little bit about how to download their product history and how that works? Because it's not as easy as some people think. And I know you had a workaround. I watched one of your videos on how to do that.
Yeah, so the easiest way to do it is go to Google and search for Amazon Order History Report. That's going to bring you to the help section on Amazon that actually has a link to the screen that allows you to generate a report for your account of everything that you've ever bought on Amazon. It's kind of a scary thing when you see the total dollar amount that you've spent on Amazon. But when it comes to Amazon Influencer, it's definitely something that can be to our benefit because on the topic of what should we make Amazon videos about, Amazon is not about niche. We're not making videos just about a specific topic. We're trying to generate cash. We're trying to get conversion. So it's literally anything that Amazon sells, which is just about everything. You can use this report to see everything that you may possess in your home that you've purchased from Amazon as a starter. Like you said, you don't have to have bought it on Amazon in order to make a video, provided you have it in hand. If I went out and I could find this mug, even though I got it at a fair, if Amazon sold it, I could still make a video about it and put that out there on Amazon. So that report's just a great way to go and see a list by date of everything that you have purchased on Amazon. Plus, as Shelly mentioned, it has a column for ASIN, which is Amazon's unique identifier. So when you go to tag a product on the video once you've uploaded it, instead of trying to enter the title of the product, you can just enter that ID and it'll bring you straight to that single product. And it's just a quick way to get some ideas and, get as many videos out as you can.
Which comes down to one of the tips that you gave earlier is trying to make sure you have one product per video. And not only that, but making sure that you don't tag a whole bunch of variations of said product if it's in different colors. They really don't want you to do that. They're smart enough to know that if it's in a particular thing, if there is a variation, it'll probably show up as an affiliated type of video, correct?
Yes, they don't want you to tag anything else except a single product. And the best way to do that, of course, is to find the exact version and variation in color that you actually purchased. So you can either go to your order history the normal way you would, which is, checking it out when you log in on Amazon. And you can find on the product page, usually about 3/4 of the way down, there's this little section that kind of looks like a enlarged spreadsheet that has some, it'll maybe tell you the first time it was for sale on Amazon. It'll tell you the ASIN. It'll tell you a number of different pieces of information. That is going to give you the unique identifier for that exact product, color, size combination, presumably that you bought. So that's the one you use. And if there are 15 different colors or there's 12, resellers who are all selling that, you don't tag any of that. And Amazon is going to associate your video with those products and variations automatically.
Yeah, perfect. Now, one thing.
By the way,
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, by the way, pet supplies 4% conversion. It's one of the better.
It's funny. You made that video about greenies. So I also made a video about greenies, and since I saw what your video looked like, but ours are for the teeny greenies, and I don't know if it'll only show up on that page or whatever. And I'm waiting to see in the carousel if I recognize your hands as one of the videos. But so let's talk for a second about the video length. One thing that you had said in your talk was a little bit about time and retention, which is still kind of measured, not quite the same as YouTube, but things that were important, such as how long a video is and how much someone must watch before they actually go in and purchase something, and if you would get credit for that. Do you want to talk a little bit about, the 30-second thing, or if it's longer than that, how that works?
Yeah, so basically Amazon has stated that in order for you to get credit for a sale following a view of your video, that they need to watch it for at least 30 seconds. Unless, of course, if your video is less than 30 seconds, then they have to watch the whole thing. So if you make a 25-second video and somebody watches for 25 seconds and then they purchase the product, then you're going to get that commission. The other question that comes up in relation to this is the idea of, okay, if there's 5 videos down there and somebody watches 3, who gets credit for the sale? It's the last video they watch right before they make the purchase. That's the influencer who's going to get the credit for that.
Does that work even if the way that they came to that product page was through a link from an associate link?
I do not know how Amazon influencer video mixes with the associate links. So I don't know what happens in that scenario. Yeah, I believe I've read every word that they've provided on Amazon influencer video, and I have not seen that specific explanation. So I'm not quite sure how that works.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Because it's just one of those, like, every what if scenario, it's just like, right, what would happen if this happened? And what would happen if that happens? So with that video carousel that is there, do you think that you do have the option when you're uploading a video to add a thumbnail? Do you think that thumbnails are important when it comes to Amazon video and any best practices for that?
Again, it's all speculation at this point until we get the ability to actually test variations. My philosophy on that is that less is more, that providing a clear, one of the things that Amazon will do is if there's a product that doesn't have any videos on it, it will take other videos from the same category and display those on a different product. So when you think about them doing that, then you want to make sure, at least in my opinion, that the video is that it's obvious what particular product you're making your video on. So what I like to do is just find the clearest picture from my video of the product itself and include that. Maybe I'll enhance it and pop it up, little saturation, just to make it pop out compared to the other videos out there. But that combined with a descriptive title, I think works pretty well. I've heard from people who said they redid all their thumbnails to something more YouTube-like, and they had success with it. But until they give us the ability to really do that testing, it's kind of hard. It's hard to say.
I think we're a little spoiled when it comes to YouTube and the analytics that we get, because Amazon seems to be a bit behind on the analytics that they do provide, from everything from watch to purchase to it's a little harder to find some of those answers. Now, one thing
Sure.
I would love to talk about is you actually have a course that's teaching people all the specifics and ins and outs of how to be and how to use and utilize Amazon influencer video to basically change their lives and make money. Do you want to tell people a little bit about that in case they're interested? Because this is a fascinating subject.
Yeah, I mean, it's called Influencer 100X. It's at influencer100x.com. And basically, I've taken our entire process. Me and my brother kind of collaborated on this to just take the approach that we've taken that's allowed us to get to $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month with Amazon influencer video. How we've done it in terms of initially getting approved, to the strategy that we use, to the mix of videos that we've chosen to make. Because one of the things that we notice with some influencers is that if you stay in a single category, some people who have pet channels, for example, will do a lot of pet related products because they have them. But you're going to have fluctuations, and you're going to have certain times when certain categories are promoted versus others, and you really want to kind of have a mix of a lot of different things. So we talk about how we do that. Of course, the case study that I mentioned about the strategy of going out and choosing products strictly for the purpose of making videos about them. Plus, we cover things like the details of how to get that report and how to use it all to continue to elevate your revenue on a monthly basis. So when we got involved in it, we were like, wow, to the point where we were afraid, or we had the conversation like, do we really want to create a course and let people know about this? Because it seemed too good to be true. We wanted to keep it all to ourselves, but the opportunity, because the channel Creator Fundamentals is all about revenue streams and all of that, I couldn't not share this with everybody. So basically the program is I'm confident that anybody who follows the program is going to make the money back for the cost of the program within 60 days. So it just seemed like an obvious thing that I had to share with everybody.
And you've already had several people go through the program and just already have pretty phenomenal success stories. Like, I've seen you reposting some of those, which I think is really awesome.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, tell
I
us
was
all
going
about
to say,
it.
no. So on the course itself, we have a private Facebook group, and one of the things that I do on a monthly basis is ask people to share their reports. And they just did. I just did it today. In the last few, pretty much everybody is between the people who started, I guess, a couple months ago. This past month in October, the three that are off the top of my head was like $800, $750, and $700 that they're making in October, with still a few days to go. So, and that's probably their second or third month. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity out there. It's a revenue stream that is going to be a lot more rewarding than probably a lot of other ones people have tried around their content on YouTube.
Yeah, and if you can kind of put into perspective a little bit about, again, and you shared this at the top of the hour, so it was 4 years of being on YouTube. I think it was like 24,000, 25,000 in AdSense, but like 7 months, 8 months of doing Amazon influencer video hardcore, and you're already past 30,000. So the opportunity here is like really, really big. I was definitely inspired when I was at People of Video. I showed you, I was at $4. I'm now at $23. So I mean, that's something. That's, a
Oh, for sure.
5 times
It,
X on what I
yeah,
was
yeah,
doing.
yeah. And
But
I mean, that's where the name of the course, and one of the things that I waited for before I released the course was to get to 100x of what I was making on Amazon through associate links, and then what the actual change was. I 100x the revenue that I was making through Amazon, and that's the basis for the name of this course. I mean, and where no matter where you are, if you can 100x that, then it's definitely a step in the right direction, and we all want to strive to do that. So it's amazing. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I think anybody who can get into the influencer program has to be making Amazon influencer videos.
yeah, I completely agree because one of the things that I am liking now, I actually just set up my desk that I used to always work at when I was working full time, because I had my filming desk and then I had my work desk. So I just repurposed my ex work desk, which was just a laundry pile table not that long ago. It is now, I've got like one of my extra ring lights kind of like over it, and I have on the table, so now I can do little maybe unboxings or something. So I'm like planning on going like all in, especially for the holiday season, and trying to like pump out as many videos as I can and just kind of see like what happens. Like some random stuff that you never expect. Like I had a lawn chair. It has like 150 views on it. It was like the instant coffee that we purchased so that we could try that Dalgona, that fluffy whipped coffee craze that everyone was going after. So we still had this instant coffee. So we're like, yeah, video on it has 250 views on it. Like it's just the most random stuff sometimes. But I don't know. I'm actually kind of like I've been reinvigorated ever since People of Video to actually like go forth and try and do something. And I don't think I've been that inspired in a while. So first of all, thank you for that. Second of all, do you want to tell people a little bit about People of Video, since you are the creator and founder of that? I'm happy to make sure people know about it and get it on their books for next year.
Absolutely. So People of Video, of course, is the conference that I created with the idea. I was actually with a group of friends out in LA, and we met for the first time out there, and we were like, wait a second, we all live on the East Coast. Why are we meeting for the first time out there? But if you've never been to a conference, the idea of getting into a room full of like-minded people is just so powerful, and it just changes your perspective on what's possible. And I wanted to be able to bring that energy to the East Coast. And I've been fortunate enough over the past 4 years to make some great connections and friends in the creator community. So I was able to reach out to them to bring them all, including Shelly, who spoke at People of Video, to the East Coast in Albany, New York, where we're hosting the conference each and every year. We're so excited after COVID and everything to be able to get a live event in the books. And I've had wonderful feedback. But if you want to learn how to grow a business around your content, People of Video is the place to be. We had Roberto Blake and Owen Video, and Shelly was there, and Roger Wakefield and Doc Rock and Diana Gladney, Meredith Marsh, so many amazing speakers that shared their knowledge. People were blown away. And we're going to be bigger and better in 2022. It's probably going to be in the fall. So if you have never been to a conference, it's definitely one that you should pay attention to. You can follow us on Facebook. Just search for People of Video, and we will be making announcements in the near future once we finalize the date. So you can grab tickets and make plans to join us in Albany, New York. And we're excited for it. And we're so happy that it's now a reality that we had the in-person event this year. So bigger and better things to come.
Yeah, I honestly, it was so cool being at that conference because it just felt like everyone was there to just learn from one another, the speakers and everyone. Like you'd go speak and then you come down and you start taking notes, and it was just amazing stuff. But so Angelique had a question for People of Video. Will it be in a different location each year? I believe it will always be at that same at the Dres.
But yep, for the it's the actual
Right.
yes. It is, and it's the world's longest name. It's Crown Plaza,
Crown
Albany,
Plaza.
the Desmond
Desmond.
Hotel.
Yeah. And I will say
Yes.
that this hotel was beautiful, and you don't realize from the outside how large it is. It has one of these, when you're in Vegas and it looks like you're outside and you're walking inside. It's one of those. So like there are these little courtyards, and one has like these big koi ponds, and it's
Mhm.
it's a really great venue and space. And I just thought it was such a cool conference. I think really well done on that. Really well done.
Appreciate that.
Of course. So yeah, anyone on the East Coast, especially because it's a lot closer for you. I know Meredith was super excited, because she's like, one, I'm super picky about what I choose to go to because it's so far from me and my family. But she was able to drive
Right.
to this one. She's like, people always forget this side, and they always make us go to, let's say, Texas, or let's go to LA, and it was amazing to be in Albany. Okay,
Right.
now to come back, if you in the audience have questions about Amazon influencer video, make sure you're dropping them in the chat so that we can cover them. Otherwise, we'll just go back to post-its. But can you talk to us a little bit about how Amazon influencer video is different than kind of like the live streaming, and if there's a different strategy between the two?
So yeah, I mean the strategy is really different, and it's interesting because the live stream really has more of a connection to the whole influencer concept, where you're on camera and you are, building an audience and followers, and Amazon is rewarding you for doing that. Um, it remains to be seen exactly how, what pieces of that they're going to pull into the video side. At the end of the day, the videos are just converting sales. Um, and it's really less about your influence on other platforms because people have already done the search. They're already there. I know like for the video or the live streams, they have like a tiered program where people can reach
Yeah.
like A-list level and all of those other things. But um, for me right now, my money is on video because it is far more lucrative and a lot less time.
Yeah.
Live streaming can be, a lot of work and a lot of time. And it's not instantly rewarding. From what I've heard from the people, you go out, you spend 6 hours doing a live stream, and maybe you make a couple $100. With Amazon influencer video, you can spend 15 minutes making a 2-minute video that earns you $1,500, and it keeps earning you money long after you've uploaded the video. It's not like a live stream that's good for that period of time and then fizzles out, after that. So there's a great opportunity in my mind in terms of the amount of time that you exchange for the reward, that makes video the obvious choice for me.
I think you're right on with that because, like I said, I did a live streaming series with my friend. We did an hour every Tuesday for however many, I think it was 9 weeks. So that's 9 hours worth of streaming. And honestly, we made, I think it was like $10 during that, 9 week period. And so even the few videos that I have made me already, I guess I would say, more on the Amazon influencer video. And those are ones that will continue to keep growing over time on those pages. And it didn't
Mm-hmm.
take a lot of time or effort to make those videos. So it was lower level effort. Plus, I hear some things from lives, because if some people come in and start running amok and with the chat, then all of a sudden they can shut your stream down. And so there's that, plus there's the having to be on and live streaming. And like Chantel had actually alluded to earlier, they haven't quite beefed up their entire live streaming platform in certain ways. Like you can go live off of your phone, or you have to pre-set up a list of items that you're going to highlight on a live. And then you have to start the live from your phone and then connect if you're doing a streaming program. And then alternate the products that you want to show or have be featured underneath from your phone. So you're doing both, but it's also like it's not a great experience. So I will say, when I was doing Amazon live streaming, I didn't have necessarily the easiest or best time with it. It was harder to keep a schedule. So for me, the obvious choice is definitely going to be going after Amazon influencer video, the pre-recorded ones, and that's what I'll be focusing on from here on out. But I wanted to bring that up since that did get brought up as well. All right. So other things that you want to tell people, like other tidbits or little nuggets that you want to share with people. And I am going to also say that you mentioned one thing I do want to bring up really quickly, which is the different departments throughout the year will have different promotions. So every once in a while, I'll see something like it's a makeup bonanza, so let's go ahead and do this. Or it was a back to school and it was like, it was something else, some other specific category that they were going after when it came to the category of video. So one thing for my ADD squirrel brain, which I love about Amazon influencer video, is that they really don't punish you for having a very broad spectrum of videos. It's just kind of like the more the better in all these different types of categories, and some categories are going to give you extra treats throughout the year. You kind of feel the same way with that?
Yeah, for sure. And I think having a variety in both category and also price point is kind of a winning strategy. So, both from the mental side of things, so you're not experiencing really low points where, if you are very concentrated on the product type, then maybe there's times when that particular product type is not selling a lot. Whereas if you have a wide variety, something's always going to be hot. There's always going to be times for certain things, and on the same token, the idea of having price points that are a wide range as well. So you're going to get some of those lower dollar items that sell high volume, and that's going to keep your spirits up selling, maybe 50 of them. You're not going to make a ton of money on them, but you have a lot of those mixed with that $300 product that you're selling a couple, every day or every other day. It just gives you a good mix of being able to see progress, to see both clicks and conversions, and to see them as there are fluctuations with the season. Obviously, if you have a bunch of, an ice maker or a cooler or something, that's going to be hotter in the summer. As we go into, fall and winter, maybe it's a heater or, gloves or sweaters or something that are going to pick up pace as we head into the winter months. Of course, now we're heading into, Halloween. So period of time, I'm sure costumes picked up, and we're heading into the holiday season. So the type of items that are, gift worthy, that are going to pop up on deals of the day or Black Friday, or all those things, are all going to contribute to which products are kind of taking off. And the bigger the variety you have, the more opportunity you have to capitalize on some of those.
Yeah, no, it's such a good point. And I love that you can just go crazy and not really be punished for. Sometimes if you were going after an associates or something, right, you would have to sell so many of something that is at a lesser price point. But like, this is one of those where it's like, it doesn't really matter what the price point is, because some people may also be like, oh, I'm only going to make videos for like televisions and really expensive mics. But like, all the products need videos, right? I mean, it could be a $5 pencil sharpener, but like, it still needs a video. And is it the case kind of like when the associates, where you get credit for multiple things in the basket, or is it just the video and just the thing that they buy?
You get credit. So you're going to get credit for the thing in your video, or if you make a video and they buy the competition, so in the same category. So if you, make a video about mattress A, and they end up watching your video, but they buy mattress B, you're still going to get credit for that, but you don't get credit for everything else in your basket.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, you never know. Like, I mean, obviously the type of content I create right now, I have a video about a can opener that's getting 10,000 views in the last 30 days. So it's
10,000 views?
10,000. Yeah.
Okay, my little insane. 200 is my
but
little
you never
two.
know, that's why you make a video about everything that Amazon sells, because you don't know. I would have never guessed that. I mean,
That's
right now
nuts.
it's my top video, and it was just something that my wife thought was cool, that was popular, so we bought it and made the video, and that's what it's doing now.
That's awesome. There is actually something expensive that I'm waiting for like the weather to clear up, but I bought actually like some patio furniture. And so I'm going to be making a little video about that, because if I also was buying that product now, I'd want to see a video on that. But if someone else buys it, that would be a nice little commission off that. So
For sure.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
that there's no one else's video on there, because mine's going to be on there. Yeah.
Make it anyway. Yep. No
Right.
matter what.
That's right. That's right. You're like, I don't even look. I don't even look. Okay. Anything else you want to share about Amazon influencer video?
I think everybody should. I mean, if you can get into the influencer program, if your audience is big enough on Instagram, Facebook, or of course YouTube, then you definitely need to apply. It is one of those opportunities. This is very much ground floor. So, don't just think about it. Actually look into it, get it done. If you want a step-by-step guide that's going to hold your hand. I put the course out specifically for those people. If you want to do it yourself, you can absolutely go out there and do research and get it done yourself. Just make sure the biggest thing is those 3 videos and getting approval. If you are denied 3 times, it's 3 strikes and you're out. So make sure you have all the information that you need, whether it's from the course or doing your research, to make sure you know exactly what those videos need to look like to get approved, so you don't get stuck on the outside looking in. So
Right.
Great opportunity. Everybody should take advantage of it. And I guarantee you, if you put a little effort into it, and the videos take maybe 10 minutes each to make. So this is not YouTube. This is not like a whole new platform. My goal is 30 videos every month. That's what I try to make. I've seen people who have done hundreds. I saw one person who did 1,000 videos their first month. I don't even know how that's possible, but people are doing it. So it's just a matter of going out there and capturing the opportunity and making the most of it while it's here. And like we said, we don't know where it's going to go. We know what it is right now, and you have a great opportunity to make the most of it.
And we don't know how long it's going to last either. So make sure you also go check out Dan's channel, because there is all of the info about his program, as well as the video that I watched about how to order your Amazon order history report, and then kind of all sorts of goodies over there about, like, what should I make videos about, or how do I qualify? So there's some really great videos on kind of the Amazon Influencer Program over there on his channel. And then the last thing I'm going to mention about the Amazon Influencer Program, they also have these shoppable photos, which are also for people who are a little bit more leery of maybe also doing video. That's another way, if you're under the influencer, that's not bad. If you're in the influencer program, you can take photos and then tag, I believe, products that are also available on Amazon. Kind of like a little Instagram shopping post. I don't know, but I haven't really looked into that, but I know that and the live streaming and the Amazon influencer video are kind of the 3 prongs in that tripod of Amazon influencer type stuff with your shop. So that may be something for you to take a peek at. And let's see, Paragetta said, this is great information, thank you so much. And David is saying, thanks for the info. Let me make sure that I put some of these on screen so they're captured. Thank you, Alec. And he said he's waiting patiently to be part of the Amazon Influencer Program. And Susie says, I'm part of the program and I'm very pleased. And like Dan said, we don't know how long this program is going to be around, or what loopholes they may try and put out there. Wow, Susie, $1,700 in October, and it's your second month. This is kind of, honestly, like, this is big time money for a lot of people, because I don't even make $1,700 a month in AdSense. I don't even make $1,700 maybe even a year in AdSense, honestly, to be frank. So this is kind of that one of those ways to really have that revenue pie fill up, so that you have your whole, or one very large slice of this, because we know that AdSense doesn't pay very well anyway. So okay, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, tomorrow is Amazon payday. And it's great. Tomorrow is going to be a check for $7,200 from this. So it's like,
that's insane.
It really is. I mean, and it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. So definitely go do it. Get involved.
Well done, Susie, for you, $1,700. Well done to you, Dan, for $7,200. That is amazing. Dan, do you want to tell the people where they can come find you in case they didn't hear it before?
Absolutely. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/creator fundamentals. You can find the course at influencer100x.com. If you need to reach out to me for any reason, you can send me an email at askdan@creatorfundamentals.com.
And don't forget, if you guys are out there, you can register early for People of Video for the video conference that will be fall of 2022. So mark that on your calendars, everyone. It's going to be a good time. But thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us this Thursday. We hope you have a great night, and I will see you all in a video very, very soon. Thanks, everyone. Say bye, Dan.
Bye.